that, let's also welcome in our guest for the day, Nilesh Jain, Centrum Broking, from Centrum Broking, and Saurabh Jain of SMC Global Securities joining us now. Before I take stock-specific questions, Nilesh, your quick view on how you're expecting markets to pan out this week.
Very good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. So this week, since we have monthly FN expiry for the Nifty and Bank Nifty, we are expecting a bit of volatility. Today, we have seen a gap down opening and markets are not able to hold on to its gain that we saw on Friday. And today is more sort of a consolidation we are witnessing. Good part is that Nifty is still trading well above its 21-day moving average that is placed at 24,860. So that is likely to act immediate support from intraday point of view, followed by 24,500. That's the strike where we have seen huge amount of put writing. So from this week's point of view, I think the broader range for the Nifty could be 24,500 to 25,200, and narrow range could be somewhere around 24,700. Nifty should find some bit of support and we may see rebound from here. And on the upside, a breakout about 25,000 will open further upside of 25,200 as well. So overall, we are expecting a bit of volatility where stocks and sector specific moves should continue, and the volatility index today spiked up close to 3%. It is currently at 14.11. So overall, it is very much in the comfort zone as of now, but any rise from here would be a cause of concern. So watch out for important levels as highlighted. We are expecting sectors and sectorial and stock specific move to continue.
All right. So, by the way, we started the show. I assume that a lot of you know this, but in case you don't, you can call us on the number that is on the bottom of your screen, or you can send us a message on the number that is on the top of your screen, as quite a few of you have already done. So, without further ado, let me go across to the first question. And Kailash Patil is writing in from Pune and asking about NMDC, which he's bought at levels of 40 rupees. He's considering adding more at the current price. Is this the ideal time to accumulate further? And is this a good idea to hold as a portfolio stock? He's identified that he wants to hold this for at least 10 years, which is quite a long period of time. Saurabh, very good morning to you. What would you say about NMDC?
Good morning, Alex. See, for the 10-year perspective, I think it is a kind of a value stock, and on the valuation side, it is quite comforting. Since he has got a very long horizon, I think it makes sense to add on the clients.
Could you tell me a little bit more about why you're saying this is a good value stock, earnings-wise as well?
Earning-wise, I mean, there is a bit of cyclicality in the metals. So being a ore producer, we expect things to improve gradually going next year. And when things will improve, prices will also increase, and it will give margin expansion and higher profitability to the company. So in that sense, I am saying it is a value stock.
So that's with regards to where NMDC stands. Our next question is from Pakshal Jain, who's writing in from Bellary. He's holding Manappuram Finance 160 shares bought at 177 a piece and wants to know if he can hold or book profits. He wants a view for the next 2 odd years. Saurabh, I'll come to you on this one. Manappuram Finance, what's the outlook like?
While the business outlook is good, there are quite a bit of guidelines which has come for the gold loan companies. But in my opinion, I think when you're betting on a gold loan company, I think Muthoot Finance is a better choice than Manappuram.
Okay. All right. So that's a pick in the gold financing space. We've got our first caller of the day. Pradeep is calling us from Bengaluru. Pradeep, very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning to everybody there. See, I am a long-term investor, small-time long-term investor, with a vision of another 2 to 3 years. Now, I had bought Pidilite Industries about 3.5 years back at 2,324 rupees. Now, this stock has not delivered significant returns in this period. So I just wanted to know whether I should hold on to it or whether I should book profits. And if I book profits, whether Shriram Finance is a good choice.
Okay. So, okay. All right. So, 2,324 was your buy price. You've held it for a little while. I think it's been a decent run. Of course, Pidilite is a very large company and large stock. So, therefore, the gains that you've had over that period are nothing to sneeze at. But the question is valid. So, let me go across to Saurabh. Saurabh, gains to the extent of it's now 2,941. So, he's made a pretty penny. Would you find a better outlet in the finance space? And a lot of people are pivoting in anticipation of an improvement in lending rates, etc.
Yeah, I mean, finance is anyway a good option. In fact, the choice he has made is also a good pick. But in my opinion, I think betting on a large cap bank like Axis or ICICI may also be a good choice.
So that's with regards to where these counters are concerned. Our next question is on Suman Capital. Okay, no, it's on Castrol India, and the person is a long-term investor. Ratish Menon is writing in, by the way, and he's a long-term investor, and he's holding 240 shares of Castrol India, bought at 204 a piece. Wants to know if he can average or exit at the moment. Saurabh, I'll again stick with you for this one for a specific reason, because Castrol India is that counter that uses oil as derivatives, and if crude intends to spike up further on the back of the entire Iran-Israel conflict, what is the kind of outlook for the company that you're watching out for, because that's a key raw material for them?
If you look at the automobile space, there has not been much growth. It's been basically all the OEMs are reporting, very negative or maybe a smaller growth rates. In case of Castrol India, it is not that its raw material is directly linked to crude oil prices, but it is related to base oil prices. Normally, company tries to maintain their margin in adverse conditions also. Yes, it is a good stock to hold for the long term. But in short term, I think there would not be any price movement with respect to the broader markets.
Okay, all right. So some of you are asking, in fact, Lalita, who's just messaged, is asking, I'm not sure my messages are being noticed. They are being noticed. It's just that Mahima and I can't respond to all of them. And by the way, this is addressed to you, Mahima,
okay,
but I will take it
okay,
if that's not a problem. Reddington is the name of the company that Lalita wants to know about. She's bought at levels of 45 rupees. She's asking whether it can be added at this price. Wow, 45 rupees, is that right? Can we pull up the very long-term charts and see when it hit that level? Okay, so I can't see 45 rupees on that chart as well. I'm wondering, yeah, at least 5 years. So she's been holding for a while. She's wondering whether it can be held for another 1 year. Can more be added? So, Nilesh, I'll come to you on the charts. What are the prospects?
So Alex, this stock has given a good multi-bagger kind of return, and looking at the overall structure, still it has a potential to move towards 350 to 400 from a short to medium term perspective. Maybe in next 1 year, we may see the stock moving towards 350 to 400 zone. So overall, it's a buy and decline structure, but not advisable to buy at the high levels because the risk and reward is not favorable. It's better to wait for some bit of decline towards 260, 270. That can be a good entry point in terms of averaging as well. That can be done. For any long position, one should keep a trailing stop loss at 250. So that's a good support. If it breaks below 250, then chances are very high that we may see further selling pressure to continue. But as of now, it's good bet to be, stay put, and positionally 350 to 400 is the target.
With regards to where charts are concerned for Reddington, our next question, in fact, our next caller, Raghuveer, is calling in from Bengaluru. Raghuveer, a very good morning to you. कैसे मदद करें आपकी?
Good morning. मेरा पास 2400 शेयर है वकार फार्मा का, 280 रुपए में लिया हूँ।
ठीक है।
उसके पहले 750 से बेच चुका हूँ 1450 में।
ओके।
अभी एक साल रख सकता हूँ। अभी मैं ऊपर का टारगेट क्या रेट है?
ठीक है, मैं समझ गई आपका क्वेश्चन। सौरभ, आई टेक दिस अप विथ यू, एंड इफ पॉसिबल आप हिंदी में आंसर कर सकते हैं तो वॉक हार्ड इज द काउंटर दैट ही इज होल्डिंग। 1 year इज इज टाइम पीरियड, व्हाट डू यू थिंक ही शुड डू?
देखिए, कंपनी ने पिछले कुछ सालों में काफी टर्न अराउंड किया, इन्हें इसी बात का काफी फायदा भी मिला। फार्मास्यूटिकल में एक अच्छी जानी मानी कंपनी मुझे लगती है। कुछ शेयर ये पहले ही 1450 रुपए में, जैसे इन्होंने बताया, बुक कर चुके हैं। मैं समझता हूँ कि कुछ शेयर इन्हें यहाँ पर भी जरूर बुक कर सकते हैं, और क्योंकि इनका 1 साल का नजरिया है, इससे ज्यादा ये नहीं रखना चाहते, तो मैं समझता हूँ कुछ अनिश्चितताएं हैं अभी भी बाजारों में। यूएस की तरफ से कुछ भी ऐसा आ सकता है जो इंडियन फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी के लिए नेगेटिव हो सकता है। तो मेरी सलाह रहेगी यहाँ पर भी और थोड़ा प्रॉफिट बुक करें और बाकी को होल्ड करें।
इफ यू आर स्टिल देयर, मेरे को सिर्फ एक बात समझनी थी, क्योंकि आपने बहुत अट्रैक्टिव प्राइस पे बाय किया है और ऑलमोस्ट 34 लाख प्लस के प्रॉफिट पे हैं आप। क्या सोच के बाय किया था वॉकहार्ड?
हेलो
नहीं,
हमें पहले 3-4 साल को पहले बाय किया था।
हाँ,
हमने पहले 800 में किया, उसमें 600 में किया, उसमें 500 में किया, उसमें 200 में किया, उसके बाद लास्ट में 165 में 2000 बाय किया, तो टोटल 3000 बाय किया था हमें।
अच्छा।
उसके बाद 750 1450 में भेजा, परसों 200 शेयर भेजा हूँ, 2770 में भेजा हूँ।
अच्छा, नहीं, मैं पूछ रही हूँ कि जब आपने बाय किया तो क्या सोच के बाय किया ये?
हमने पहले 10 साल के पहले एक बार किया तो उसमें मेरे को प्रॉफिट आया था, ऐसे ही प्रॉफिट आया था। 200 में पैसा 800 में सेल किया था, वही 800 आया था। इसलिए हमें 800 में ऊपर के करके एवरेज करके ऐसा रखा हूँ। अभी मेरा टारगेट है 2000 आ सकता है या नहीं आता, वही पूछ रहा हूँ मैं।
अच्छा, ठीक है, ओके। 2000 आ सकता है कि नहीं? तो सौरभ का ये कहना है कि थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग कर लो और थोड़ा सा रखो।
करने की शुरू किया हूँ।
ओके।
मैं पिछले बार में 1750 में 200 शेयर बेच चुका हूँ। अभी हमें आज भी डाला हूँ 1900 में डाला हूँ 500 शेयर।
ठीक है, ओके, समझ गए रघुवीर। ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कॉलिंग एंड कांग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन द प्रॉफिट्स दैट यू आर मेकिंग. All right, our next question then is from Jai Krishnan, who's writing in from Kerala and wants to know if this is the right time to make an entry in Technoplast from a medium term. Time Technoplast from a medium term perspective. You know, Saurabh, I'll come to you on this one. Is Time Technoplast the right counter to make an entry into right now?
It's a very good and old company. If you look at the operational front, the business is making good progress. The company is putting up, double-digit growth year on year. In my sense, I think it is a good stock to invest.
If I remember correctly, the Q4 numbers for Time Technoplast were particularly good. And as a result of which the stock did rise quite dramatically over the course of the last 1 month. There you see about 20% or so. All right, Dheeraj is our next caller, calling us from Hyderabad. Very good morning, Dheeraj. How can we help you today?
Sir, good morning. Actually, thanks for the show. I should be very grateful to all of you guys, everyone.
It's our pleasure.
So, sir, my query is regarding Adani Green, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have purchased 650 shares of Adani Green at 947 rupees. Sir, actually I have booked losses in Geofinance and Premier Energies of rupees 20,000.
Right.
And I have purchased these shares.
Yeah.
Because recently the stock reached a level of around 1080. In January, it reached, if you see the 1 year chart, the all-time high is around 2080 rupees.
Yes.
So, recently in January, it reached the level of 1080.
Yes.
So, I have seen strong support at 900 and 920 rupees. And Adani Green is a huge stock as in the renewable space and power space.
Yeah.
The entire power space is underperforming as of now.
Yeah.
And the entire renewable space is underperforming.
Yeah.
So if the index reaches the next level or the next league, I would like to hold it for the next 1 year actually.
Okay. So you're looking at what levels you can get. I got your question, Dheeraj, and very well analyzed. But let me get you a view on the technicals, if that is okay. Nilesh, I'm coming to you on this. 947 is the price that he's bought at. And he's looking at a 1 year potential. Of course, it's pretty far away from all-time highs. What is the upside potential that you see?
Well, Lex, this particular stock has been one of the underperformer, and recently, as he rightly pointed out, that the stock has taken a good support at 920, 930 zone. So that is still acting as a very strong support zone. With a stop loss below the same, long position can be held, and we can expect a gradual recovery towards 1050 to 1100 from a short-term perspective. And from a position perspective, a breakout is awaited. It should break the level of 1080. If that happens, then we can expect a strong movement today towards the levels of 1200 to 1300 as well. But do not expect this stock to correlate with the market, because the stock has been one of the underperformer within this space as well. So keeping a stop loss near 920, long position can be held, and we can expect a gradual recovery. But I'm not expecting any V-shaped kind of recovery in this particular stock.
Keep an eye on the fundamentals as well. There's a lot, Dheeraj, as you know, as you probably read, that is happening with renewable energy and what Adani Green specifically is doing. So I'd encourage you to have a look at that. But the standard disclaimer here, Adani Green is part of the Adani Group, and so is NDTV Group, of which NDTV Profit is a part. The next question is from Anurag, who's writing in from New Delhi and asking about Amara Raja Energy and Mobility. He's bought 28 shares at an average price of 1,168 rupees per share, and he's losing a little bit of ground. He's got a perspective for the next 1.5 to 2 years, and he's wondering what he should do with this. Saurabh, on the fundamentals, is this the best play in your opinion in this space?
Well, it is a very good and old company in the battery space. They are doing a lot of research activity also on the lithium side. Also, they have a small business in the they have small exposure towards mobile oil business also. But I don't know why the stock is consistently underperforming. If you look at the valuations, it is on the lower side. I think it is better. I think you should wait for this quarter, get the sense how this quarter pans out and what the management give guidance for the ensuing quarters. Then take a call.
All right, so that's the view. Hold, in fact, hold is the view on Amara Raja batteries. Our next caller, Vinod, is calling in from Karnataka. Vinod, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
I have brought the Varun Beverages shares of 512 rupees at 120 number of shares, ma'am.
Okay.
The share which is in negative trends still from past 6 months. I don't know what is the reason for the negative sentiment of the share despite of doing good revenue and good profit from the last quarters and past years.
Right. And you want to continue to hold this from a longer term perspective, right, Vinod?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll take this up with Saurabh then. Saurabh, what he's talking about is that since the past 6 months, the stock has not done well. And this is because the stock had seen a significant run-up before that. Plus, valuations have never gotten cheaper for something like a Varun Beverages, right? What's your sense like? Should he continue to hold this counter from a longer-term perspective?
You're absolutely right. The stock has seen phenomenal rise and the valuations were always expensive. I think it is normally these 6 months are good period for this company. And after the so much expansion plans, I expect the numbers to be good for the June quarter and in fact also for the September quarter. My sense is it is better to hold.
Better to hold. Okay, Varun Beverages. Hope that answers your question, Vinod. The next question is from Sudhir Agarwal, who is asking about ACC. He's got 1,000 shares, which he's bought at levels of 1,890 and losing ground. He's wondering whether he can hold for the next 6 months to 1 year and what the potential upside is from this point. Nilesh, on the charts, what's the view?
See, on the chart, the stock has been in a downtrend. If you see from past almost 1 year, the stock has constantly formed a lower top and lower term formation. But good part is that after this correction, the stock is inching towards his multi-month support zone, and that support zone is placed somewhere around 1770 to 1800. So keeping a stop loss below 1770, one can stay put hoping for a pullback because the stock is still in a downtrend. Only pullback can be seen if at all it moves near about 1900 to 2000. That can be a good exit opportunity because the stock is not moving in an upward trajectory as of now. So looking more sort of a sideways to negative, you have better options within this space. Ambuja Cement and also counters like Ultratech Cement could be a better option. But ACC purely from a short to medium term perspective looks slightly on a weaker side.
All right, so that's a view on ACC. Govind has got the next question. Govind, very good morning. How can we help you today?
Good morning, Alex sir, and all of you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Taking my query is a very honor, sir. Actually, Alex sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Force motors, can I observe for last 3 months? The stock is tremendous rally, sir. Is it right time to enter for long-term investment, sir? At least I can invest at least 10 lakhs, sir. Actually,
wow.
For
Okay.
a bulk amount, actually.
Okay, so I'm glad
What
that
is the fundamentals and what is the technical?
Yeah.
Where can I enter?
Yeah, and that's an important question that you're asking, and I'm glad that you're asking before deploying a large quantity of money, because ultimately when you're buying such a large quantity, Govind, it's important that you get the right price for what you're paying. Let me go across to you, Saurabh. As he's pointed out, it's been a frenetic rally for Force Motors. I'm just wondering whether this is a catch-up rally, whether it is a little too hot, and whether you would deploy a considerable amount of money. Govind is thinking of 10 lakh rupees, or is there a better alternative? I know that people have spoken about the likes of Mahindra and Mahindra. People have spoken about the likes of even Tata Motors because it's a contra bet at this point, considering that it's gone through a little bit of value degradation.
I would not like to recommend Tata Motors as you have said it is a contrarian one. But in case of Force Motors, yes, there has been a tremendous improvement in the operational performance of the company and the profitability itself. I think that is the primary reason that the market is quite convinced that going forward the profitability will be moving like this, the way the company has shown in the last quarter, and that is the reason the stock has got re-rated. My sense is if you want to be in the Force Motor, I think it is better to buy some, like maybe you can divide your investment into 4 or 5 parts and buy in a staggered manner. Maybe you can buy a part at this price, and after every 7-8% decline, maybe you can add more. And with respect to some other company in the automobile space, that yes, Mahindra looks good to me.
Yeah, because I want to establish this fact with you. I want to talk very briefly about the valuation metrics as they stand right now. As I see, the trailing 12 months price to earnings for Force Motors is at 35 times, whereas for Mahindra & Mahindra, it's at 30 times. So given the kind of relative growth that you would see, and assuming that the tractor segment grows better than it has in the past, if the monsoons are normal, then wouldn't this be a better pick, Saurabh, in your opinion?
I think Force Motors, the business is only in a segment like trucks and and the tractors, and in this segment there is a possibility of higher growth than Mahindra will see.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Govind, that's the point. Don't deploy whole hog into Force Motors. Look at the price and look at declines to accumulate. And of course, M&M is also an opportunity for you to consider. Diversify your holdings. That's the best approach to have. We have to slip into a very quick break. We've got more on the other side, so do stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, a show that gets all your stock related queries answered. For viewers who are just tuning in, you can either call us or WhatsApp us. I mean, you've been doing that already, but that's just a reminder. All right, with that, let's move on with the next query. The next query is from Raja, who is writing in from Hyderabad. He's bought RVNL shares, 5,000 shares in fact, at 50 rupees a piece in November 2022, and wants to know if he can buy more, hold or sell, or even book profits. His time horizon is 4 to 5 years. I'll take this up with you, Saurabh. I mean, he's bought it at very attractive levels. The stock is currently trading at 390 rupees. What would you suggest? Can he continue to hold this for the next 4 to 5 odd years?
See, while he is bought in a very good price, I feel that booking profit will be a wise decision, because after the correction also the stock seems to be highly valued. It is trading at 9 times to book value. And in fact, if you look at the operational performance, the company is not keeping up the growth pace that it should have, considering the valuation it is trading at. So my sense is better to take some money off the table.
Money off the table. Let me very quickly go to Nilesh. Nilesh, on RVNL specifically on the charts, what's the best level to take money off the table?
See, ideally, one should wait for a pullback. Pullback towards 410, 420 could be a good, could give a good opportunity to exit, because 200-day moving average is placed somewhere around 420. So the chances are very high we may see a pullback, but better use this pullback to exit from this particular counter from a short-term perspective.
All right, Advait from Kerala has got the next question. Shalby Limited is the name of the counter. 198 is the buy price. Given the current market conditions and the company's recent performance, should I consider averaging down, holding my position, or exiting the stock is a question. Do you have enough data on this one to give a view, Nilesh, on the charts?
Yes, I do have the enough data to comment on this particular counter. This stock is in a downtrend. First of all, it is trading well below all long-term and short-term moving averages. We have constantly witnessed a formation of a lower-term and lower-term formation as well. So looking at the overall texture of this particular stock, looks like it is moving towards 170 to 160 levels on the lower side going forward. So better to exit from this particular stock on pullback. If you see any pullback towards 185 to 190, that can be used as an exit opportunity, because we are not witnessing any sort of a reversal candle as of now. So structure wise looks slightly on a weaker side. Better shift to better options available. This stock looks weak from a short to medium term perspective.
What would those better options be, Nilesh?
See, better option could be, first of all, Bharat Electrical Limited. That's one particular counter we are tracking, and this particular stock has been in an uptrend, and we are expecting further up move to continue towards 440, 450 levels on the upside. So from a short to medium term perspective, can be bought keeping a stop loss below 395. Apart from that, another stock that is Trend. So Trend is also looking positive. From the lower levels, we have witnessed a good rebound in this particular counter, and we are expecting this further momentum to continue this particular stock towards 6,200 to 6,500. So yes, this can be bought with a stop loss below 5,750, and buy and decline should be the strategy here.
Okay. If you could only see Nilesh, if you could only see Mahima's eyes sparkling when you were speaking about Trent, because obviously it's a stock that she tracks very closely, and so therefore the potential upside from here that you were talking about caught her attention. All right, but on that note, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Nilesh. Always a pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, we will soon be joined by Ajit Mishra of Religare Broking.